This video is for the 13-mark question on the Unit 1 paper. It's the big one at the end, causation. So what do you have to do? You're going to need to explain 3 reasons why something happened. The paper is going to give you 2 of those reasons. You need to come up with a third on your own, and you need to either identify links between those reasons or prioritize them. So read the question is the first point. Explain why relations between the US and Soviet Union grew worse 45 to 48. You may use capitalism and communism, Berlin blockade. You must use your own. Look at the language and look at the dates. You may use those 2 bullet points, you don't have to, but you must add something of your own to get good marks, and stay focused on the dates. If you're talking about things outside of the dates, you're not getting marks. So write at least 1 more cause on your exam paper under the bullet points that's relevant for those dates. If you're not sure about the bullet points they've given you, well, swap them out for something you do know about. You don't have to talk about them. So some possible other factors relevant to this question are on the screen there. Let me go back. Conferences, not Tehran because it's before 45, Truman Doctrine, Marshall Plan. Second step, explain how each of those bullet points led to the outcome, in this case, worsening relations. Helpful to think about that before you start. Step 3, you either need to explain how they combine to create the worsened relations, or you need to compare the importance of them. So basic answers look like this, and they're worth a maximum of 2 marks. They had different beliefs, so they don't like each other. It's basically what that's saying. It's not going to get very good marks. It's too simple. There are 2 there, but they're not very good. Describing the causes, but no explanation of what that does to the outcome, well, that's going to get you better marks, but a maximum of 6. And if you don't go beyond the 2 bullet points, a maximum of 5. That would look like this. These are just descriptions. There's no explanation in here at all. Explaining the causes, we now start to get into some serious marks. You still need to keep that detail, but you need to make it clear why the detail matters. You're not just telling a story. How does this make relations worse? You can pause this answer and read it, but the red bits are showing where the explanation is coming in and how that's different to a description. If you do that 3 times, you're onto a winner. And finally, to end the answer, you prioritise those causes, but you must have 3 explained causes, or the conclusion really doesn't matter at all, because you're not in that band anyway. And you must have included at least 1 cause not part of the stimulus material, or they won't even look at the top part of the mark scheme. So here is my conclusion for the most important reason, and I've justified it in comparison to the other events that I've talked about. So to recap, 3 causes explained that led to a stated outcome. Ensure at least 1 of those is not already written on the paper, and conclude by stating which you think the most important reason was.